quick shout out to executive producer Christina Jones, who is sponsoring Westworld Reactions. Her insight and breakdowns are next level, and she has helped our channel out plenty of times. Check out Black Girl Couch Reviews Podcast, a solo talk, unfiltered recap of your favorite TV shows geared to make you laugh. Link to the podcast is in the video description below. Be sure to check it out.
Welcome back to another Real Talk reaction. This one is for Westworld Season 3, Episode 6.
Yes, before we jump into that, featuring two of our executive producers from Episode 5, Miss Christina Jones, starting off with the novel. Let's get it. Alright, Miss Jones, I'm going to do my best. This episode was I will start by saying, as someone who may have sampled psychedelics, other mood-altering drugs, and a tree named hemp, genre sucks. I really like the concept, but it just didn't land in the way Stephen Williams and David Simmel accomplished on Watchmen's This Extraordinary Being and an almost religious awe. Nor was the script written as elegantly as Damon Lindelof, so this whole episode comes off as a clunky sampling of that. Now, RJ, stop throwing things at me for nitpicking. They planned this show for 5 seasons and will more than likely get there. However, this is still one of the few shows on TV that makes you think, which is why I love and am so hard on it, because they gave us 2 seasons of a masterfully written world, and this season they simply tossed a lot of that beautiful work away by shortening the season and focusing more on the complaints of the first 2, which were more action and more plot movement. Problem is, they forgot the well-written part and just did plot pivot. Reveal, action scene, repeat, and just let out the intricate details that makes it one of the greatest shows. And Westworld simply aren't good at its action scenes, period, and that's a through line of the series. They don't hire action directors for a great deal of these action scenes, and you can tell.
Yeah.
Episodes 6 and 8 are the best action you'll see, and I know you'll agree, and the reason will be because the same director, Jennifer Getzbinger, did both, who specializes in action. So that's one of the episode we're about to watch right now. The car chase should have worked, except the absence of people on the street was odd. It shouldn't be. It's an action scene, but it highlighted how isolationist the chase scene was and how little action was actually taking place. Plus, Sirach sends 2 cars. There's a gun in the car and one in Dolores' hand. They are being shot at. Caleb is forcefully trying to pry his way out of the car, and after 8 minutes of exposition with Basic Boy with the most monotone look humanly possible, that should have confirmed long before the billets to Caleb that his woman is not human. Does Dolores think it's a good idea to give a torpedo launcher, because sure, they're custom built in this car they randomly stole, to a strung out high-ass kite Caleb to fire? But why? It's 10 times likely he would have shot a building in his condition, which probably would have worked better to have had happen once. My favorite genre was the romantic one because it was hysterical and perfectly executed. She's eyeing him like, oh, I've seen that look before. Sit in the eye of the Theodore Flood and William the Torturer. Who should I ever see him in the Valley Beyond will have some choice words about my life choices. The scene on the subway and after was meant to be momentous, but I felt so underwhelmed. Release the Profile was a short debate between a manipulative host and a trust fund baby, and 3 criminals with shady posts and dubious morals. Okay. Yeah. Speaking of the data, according to Riho, everybody living just has shitty fates and lackluster options, and I find this to be a nihilistic viewpoint on humanity that doesn't resonate. Ain't nobody winning the lotto, happy they getting 5 kids, being promoted, buying a car, living life as a man whore.
That's a good point.
They tease so many big ideals with this profile leak, like a mother hearing her daughter's fate. Awful, but life's never guaranteed. It didn't come with never guaranteed. It didn't come with tragedy.
Yeah. There's got to be some people that's got some happy news.
However, this info is based on an algorithm no one understands or even validated, which asks, are we humans really just going to be slaves whose fate is dictated by a higher, more sophisticated brain, or can we break free of what we are programmed to be? History suggests there are those that can fall to the latter, as we see happen once they leave the subway in absolute anarchic, I still think I'm saying that wrong, fashion, but history always proves most defy that and would have tossed that profile in the trash or shifted to choose their own paths. I don't buy this is meant to break the world to its end, as Dolores and Eve the show say it will. Did I already just read that? YTs. Okay. Now, one man's manipulation with this introduction of the tech of Rio is a whole other thing, which I feel is separate to what the original question posed. It's not systemic thinking of humanity's whole, but one man's systemic building block that has guided society for 30-something years. How many empires have risen and fallen in more time than this? Man always rises out of the ash, which goes back to my complaint. I love Sirach's backstory about how trauma of genocide scarred him so mentally he and his brother decided to author humanity, and seeing how it is supposed to work was necessary with that one leader to reveal its effectiveness. I like the touch of the flies showing the humans in the situation as the host powerless in their authority or fate. Sirach residing in the sky at all times shows he truly believes he's God above it all. He serves in his own mind as a servant to him and its representative on Earth. This whole outlier shit is also convoluted ideal to pull on the continuous thread of a controlled society. Of course, there are those that don't fit the model for whatever reason and ostracized. That's happened without machines. Example, the Jews, blacks, mentally disabled women at some point. That a machine would continue to trend should not be shocking. Liam's story was equally tragic and reminded me of Teddy, always being the pawn of fate, never grasping or happy in his reality. There's a flaw in D Queen's plan, and I think you're starting to find it. She wants to wake humanity, but she also wants to make sure her kind wins. But she makes it clear she doesn't intend to share a toothbrush, so at this point in the narrative, I hear her saying, well, humans, we told you the truth to make it a fair fight, and I did get rid of the backups too, but we are also immortal, so good luck.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure we'll talk more about D Queen's infuriating attempt to play forward like games by season's end, but I've rambled enough. Maeve's back next episode, and as problematic as her arc is too, damn if she doesn't charm me every time.
Yeah, okay, cool. Maeve is back. Wow. All right. That's our whole Wikipedia right there of episode 5.
Yes, broke it all the way down.
Said elegantly and as well as you could say it, Christina. So, I mean...
Always appreciate it.
Hey, I ain't even got no words for it because you said everything in there, and it is true. They are cutting some corners on this season right here, but I didn't really know that they had gripes about season 1 and season 2, that it was taking too long, but I can see that. And yeah, they
That was taking too long. That was missing of action.
Yeah, it was missing of action, and it took a long time to get to the plot to the point. Like it was a slow build. So okay, they are not doing that in this season because they are straight up hitting the action, plot twist, shocker, moving on to the thing. So I mean, yeah, I guess.
And then Lissa Bandera comes through to say, love the reaction, guys. This was another great episode, and my Queen Dolores killed it. Sirach is a maniac. He built a Westworld in real life. No wonder William wanted to stay in Westworld to find a purpose. I feel like that was a good twist on the situation.
Yeah.
Also, if you are not rich or powerful, you're basically a slave to an AI system. It's very reminiscent, too, of, like, what iRobot was trying to do before they shut her down, like take over the reins of humanity because we're not equipped to take care of ourselves, sort of thing.
Oh, okay. It's a dystopian future.
Also, I love the genre drug, but if you aren't in the right party or setting, that drug is a waste of your time. Yeah. Also, I think the watch lets Sirach know how the system is doing, and the black lines indicate the chaos introduced to the system. Can't wait for the next episode. It's another great one.
Okay,
all right, let's jump into this episode 6 right now.
Holy shit. Protein. That's what he got.
Caleb?
Yeah.
Give him 1 hour of desert oasis.
Damn.
Loss of medical license in 1 to 2 years. Divorce, loss of custody, 2.5 years. Multiple affairs with patients. Opioid addiction. There it is.
She gonna have affairs with patients?
That's her risk factors, yeah.
And she got an opioid addiction because of what's about to happen.
No, this is just what they projected her life was going to happen.
And Alex. I've taken the kids. Don't try to contact us.
Because he probably saw that too on
Yeah.
his thing.
Ain't nobody on the board freaking
Walked
out?
on water for you.
Where's the one person's like, yes!
Yeah, I want to be
Yes!
fucking CEO.
I knew
Mine
it!
was just a big pie. Excuse me, man, what the fuck? Hey, what are you doing? Hey!
Well,
Excuse me, man. Take this skinny ass phone.
On her as we speak.
He don't know that's her though.
I'll be
One
landing
of
at
ours.
Dallas
Yeah.
shortly. Looking forward to seeing my new acquisition.
Get me out of here! Get me out of here! Get me the fuck out of here!
Implant's not working. Let's give him a sedative manually.
They could have did it with a needle. Why you have to give it to him orally? It's like fucking way in the future. Could have just fucking.
we no longer do needles.
Yeah, it's humane.
Thought you might be excited to tour your new company.
Yes, and to meet my new employees personally. Dolores made multiple copies of herself, given the strategic importance of Dallas. There is no doubt one here as well. I want all employees tested for aberrations, memory lapses, any significant deviations from Rehoboam's predictions.
Oh,
No one
jeez.
leaves until then. I'm sure you can handle at least that.
Absolutely. If there's a host here, we'll root them out.
Because it's me. Can I just say, she has been the one that's been really weak since she's been back.
I even saw her cry.
Yeah.
So...
So if you just probably start recording. See how she walks down the stairs? It's like a robot.
Oh, wow. It's like he's having a
Shit.
underground meeting, babe.
Yeah. What are they doing with him?
He's in
What
therapy.
do they want? Is this just part of therapy? You think?
Yeah, he's
It's
hallucinating.
really good therapy. If that shit can't make you better, I don't know what will.
Got one.
Yeah.
Get his control unit upstairs. They need to transmit the data. Then we've been told to destroy the rest.
I can restore you here.
She's amazing.
Yeah. Hold on.
He's
wait,
like, hold on, I got
stick.
nothing else to do. I might as well follow her.
Yeah. That was stick.
We don't even know who the fuck you are. And you're rounding up employees like they're criminals. All in the name of some preposterous idea that there's a host walking around among us.
You don't have to concern yourself with that anymore. We found the host. Isn't that right, Hale? Or should I say Dolores?
How y'all know?
Not in the midst of everything that was happening at Dallas. It's fascinating that you turned out to be kinder to your family than the person we've been imitating.
Doesn't matter. I've bled Dallas dry. I've been here for weeks, cutting this company of data, money, resources, everything we need to survive, to beat you. And I just sent the last of the files we needed.
Did you? I've been watching you since I landed. Dolores left you here to die. With the rest of your kind, you should have predicted this outcome.
I did.
He ain't never that bad.
Excellent. Excellent.
That was the dude that got blown up. That was the Dolores that got blown up in the building. That was playing the dude.
Oh, yeah. Oh, damn. That was smart. That's why she knew what was going on right now. I was like, okay.
Drop your weapon!
Damn. He is so damn.
Wow.
Looks like he's been here a while.
Do you know who you are? The doctors must have forgotten about him in all the chaos.
Or maybe they just left him here.
Jesus, Charlie, what the fuck is going on?
We have to go someplace where no one will find us.
And then we take these bullets out of the body.
Yeah. And it should be okay.
Yeah.
I need you to
Also,
trust me.
I'll let you know I'm a robot at some point.
Easy.
I don't know when though.
Oh, damn.
Man, had a kid in there.
Baby did a baby in there.
Oh, man. Tell me that kid was a robot. Damn. No mercy, baby. No mercy. She's probably still alive. Maybe she saved the kid. That was good to say.
Is she still gonna be walking around?
Alright, that was episode 6 of Westworld, and damn, I mean, they killed the baby at the end, which I didn't appreciate at all. So that's one of the things I didn't like about this episode, but I guess it had to happen. She's still alive though, the robot, so she's gonna be pissed though. Dolores is gonna be pissed, but also that Dolores, the burned Dolores,
Charlotte.
Charlotte is gonna be pissed because Dolores did leave her to die, just like Sirach was mentioning in there. You was just left to die. You did what you had to do. Now, did she actually download the software that needed? Sirach wasn't too. He was pretty confident that she did it, and he played her on that. So I also like that Sirach is still being gangster every time, taking cautions. Every time he go into combat, knowing I'm gonna be the virtual person, just in case some shit pop off. And once again, he was successful in doing that. I did also like the fact that Maeve was trying to damn get Dolores to help her out and give her the plot of what's going on and all this good stuff, but it didn't work at the end. Maeve did want some help, did get some help, help got killed. Now, who is this extra help person that she about to get? probably be somebody that's going to be useful for her to use in the real world. Will she go through with it? I don't know, but I liked a lot about this episode to give us more of what's about to go down and the big showdown is going. Did not think we were going to get the Man in Black back. We thought we were done with him, but therein lies again. We get a whole half an episode with the Man in Black that it looks like he's going to be on our team. I hope that works out for the best to save humanity, but let's see. But another great episode.
So just a quick thought with you saying our team. Who is our team though? Like, because Maeve is working with Sirach. You know, Bernard is.
Bernard and them is our team all day.
Okay, because I don't feel like it's very clear as to like who our squad is, because like Dolores potentially going to take out humanity, so I don't know. It's not very clear, but
it is not very clear.
I will say I personally did like the William talking to all of his selves. I always like things like that. I just like that as a visual. I like that as like a tool to like reflect. Obviously it didn't go the way I thought. He ended up killing all of his selves.
That's really good.
But I thought that was insane. But I did like the twist of fates, as you will. I had mentioned it earlier in the episode too. It was like, look at William all in white, and then come to find he is acknowledging or recognizing that he's going to be the good guy now.
Yeah.
And then we see the scene with Bernard, and like they're going to be. I don't understand how that's all played out. How did Bernard get there? How, you know, I guess that there's been some time since the message went out and people left William in there in his AR simulation. Is what I'm guessing happened, because they were like, they just left him here. No one's been, you know, hanging out. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But I think this is to one of Christina's points she made on like a couple episodes ago. I mean, it might have even been last season. Just like the show not wanting to get rid of William's character, so they keep bringing him back. And so this is, I feel like this is another another episode of that. I loved Maeve and Lee. I wish, I don't think it's possible. I don't think that's who's coming out of the thing. I wish that was the way they could figure that out, because like Lee and Maeve's collaboration just makes me smile. Yeah. I just like, it always makes me cheese. Rest in peace officially to Hector though. He is.
He's Donnie Brasco's.
Yeah, he's done.
For sure. I know you tried to say it, but yeah, he's Donnie Brasco's.
I was going to say
Dunzo's. He's Donnie Brasco's. They tried to bring him back yet again, but they're like, no, we're not going to do that. So who is this mystery person that they bringing out of the wax? I don't know. But Maeve is going to have a contradiction when she get up there. Will she help or will she not help? I don't know what she's going to do. I really don't know. But we know the ultimate bad guy right now is Sirach. So.
Yeah, he's definitely a villain.
He got to be taken out.
And I want to say, too, just to Charlotte's character, like the way that they play, the way that I'm assuming she's going to be done, because you can't just be walking around all burnt or whatever. But like, I like the fact that she like leaned into Charlotte, like, but everyone recognized, like, how are you a better Charlotte version of Charlotte? Like, I just thought that was funny, too.
Happening.
But overall, I thought it was a solid episode.
Oh, for sure. All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Westworld Season 3, Episode 6. And until next time, people.